Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the weekend, or welcome back to the weekend. There's no secrets in there. I just don't like the gaping abyss behind me. Hi. How you guys doing? I'm here. I'm awake. I did pigtails, but they were so scruffy that I've pinned them down to be just back. Oh, scruffy kind of morning. Oh, Jeff on a 70 stream streak. Happy Friday to you. Cheers, thank you very much. An impressive accomplishment given the stream schedule lately as well. Congratulations. We are doing whatever I want today, which is true most days. Pretty much every day. I'm being good. I'm remembering that Children's Week ends tomorrow. 10 a.m. tomorrow is the end of Children's Week. I have the 3 new pets. Here, I have the 3 new pets. I have Argos. I have Goggles. I have Helpful Workshop Bot. I am now collecting the arsenals. I actually off-stream finished the Alliance one. There's like a toy weapon arsenal basically, and now I'm doing the Horde Orphan on Shellfish because I figured he would be a good orphan escort. He seems fun. I'm doing the Horde quest line on this guy so that I can get what I believe is the last thing that I need from Children's Week, which is good because it ends tomorrow. I need to organize my whole life. I need to really get my stuff together. Almost got me to say happy Friday as well. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. We had a nice Sunday morning walk with Moose. It's usually really quiet out, but there was somebody that we hadn't met before who was riding their bike with their dog, and their dog came over to see Moose, and it was very sweet because Moose just makes his day anytime any dog will stop to say hi to him. It's just his favorite thing in the whole world. And this was like an older dog, so it was just kind of standing there letting Moose like make a huge deal. That's nice. Yeah, Moose will do backflips, and then he will do donuts, and then he will like jump up and down, and then failing that, he will just start licking the dog's face. Which is ironic because apparently what the people at the puppy class told us was that's dog language for you calm down. Which Moose exclusively does after he has thrown a party. Hi, everyone. Hello. I have an orphan. You know, bad news for him, but we're taking him to Red Rocks to visit the fallen chieftain. It's funny. Yeah, I love that with animals, there's any number of... I mean, this is true with people, too. There's any number of, like, rules, but nothing says that they're all going to follow all of them. And some of them just have weird quirks like that. This is very, very excited. Loves licking the mouths of other dogs. And he's very noodly. Okay. Yeah, kites, ice cream, nice and easy. If you are looking to get the Children's Week things in a short order of time, for example, you've just realized it ends tomorrow and you don't have all the pets yet, you thought you might want them, or these weapon arsenals, I strongly recommend the Stormwind and the Orgrimmar quest lines. And it might be worth, if you're not a mage, just setting your hearth to the relevant city just for the minute, because you go back there a couple times. But it seems much faster than the other expansions. You could do, like, the new Dornegal line. You could do the TBC one. There might even be another one somewhere. I don't know. But it seems that this is much faster, because it's mostly in or just around the city. So I'm looking for the toy vendor. Is that you? Toy and pet seller? So you're going to have dragon kites, and then maybe later a sword rack if it's the same. Oh no, that's actually what we're trying to collect here. These are what the weapon arsenal looks like. So you've got a painted axe. There's a offhand and a one-handed version. Actually, a held and offhand painted axe prop is really quite funny. I feel like you could do some good things with that on casters. There's also a one-handed dagger that is also the painted wooden hatchet. They're all the same appearance, but you can get it in a dagger, an axe, or an offhand. And then there's the shield as well. Little wooden toy shield. There are separate arsenals for Horde and Alliance, and you must collect them independently or individually. Collecting one does not grant the other one, as I found out to my dismay. Let's reload can I log it here? So I found a good vendor, but it wasn't the vendor I was looking for. Got the Lynx pet. Nice. I think that when I get that, I might use those weapons on. I might use those weapons on my troll warrior that we were leveling to yesterday for like 30 seconds. I think that him with his. I think they would be funny. I think they would be cute. Okay. We're looking for Dragon Kite Toothpick. You can use that. We probably need to have our orphan out. Good. And you can just turn that in, assuming you can catch the kid. Ice cream's gonna be over here. Almost finished. Pick both from the Dornagal vendor and a Horde Toon. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's nice that you don't have to do Horde and Alliance then. I didn't know that. That's a good tip. But you do have to do like buy them both. Ice cream vendor. Kona Cold. We get the Kona Cold. Get our orphan back. Give him some ice cream. Did I just eat the ice cream? Oh no, it's okay. He's had some too. I thought I just summoned him to eat his ice cream in front of him. Oh dear. Okay, we're good. We're fine. And then yeah, Foam Sword Rack. This is very much like the Alliance quest line. Aside from doing this today, because I think we're almost finished and we're only a few minutes in. I want to basically kind of keep working what I was doing yesterday, except instead of logging on at the top of the hour to do Nightfall, like the actual Nightfall event, I want to do the dailies instead, on as many characters as I can kind of stomach, because chances, I mean, Mog for sure, that's kind of the primary wheel that makes the life go round, but chances at the Lynx pet as well, there's like a purple Lynx that we would like very much. Alright, so finish the quest, take the well-loved figurine, not the curmudgeon's payoff, it's 5 gold. That's just bait. And we want to pardon me, the children's Orgrimmar guard weapon set, because I believe I have everything else. Good chance to check on the vendor though. If you're missing a bunch of stuff, you can basically repeat this quest line on as many characters as you have and just kind of clean up and finish things out. I'm gonna go mog that onto my troll warrior. Morning Hazel and chat. I found a new, to me, hosier song to obsess over. Nice. Cold morning the Midwest. Cozy here with you though, Hazel. Cheers. I love cold like spring and summer mornings when the sky's super clear, but you know it's gonna get warmer later in the day. Like the sun's out, but the air's not warm yet. It reminds me of being a kid running around outside in the summer in the morning. I was gonna mog it onto, where did he go? I need to organize this a little better too. I need one more level 80 hunter, and then I can make an entire campsite screen that is just hunters, just spare hunters, like a box of spare keys. They can all party together in the Unaran Plains or something. I was going to Bokoa. There he is. Coffee good. Coffee real good.
There is a vision being seen across Azeroth. A radiant song.
I also, in between doing those dailies for chances at the Lynx, his weapons are pretty fun because he does have this turtle shield that kind of goes with his whole Murloc kit, but let's do painted. I contend that unless I forgot to learn it, there's a tiny chance I forgot to right click and learn it. I contend that the search feature sucks. Unless it's here somewhere. I have some shields. Maybe I didn't learn it. Maybe I didn't. I must not have learned it. Because there's no way they would make it require 80, right? Like they're children's toys. They should be good for any character. Thoughts on the upcoming auto rotation button? I think it's a great idea. I think it's going to be great to have it for people that are looking for it. Make the game more accessible. It's not like it's gonna be like your only option for heroic rating or anything. It's more just to let people that otherwise would have been like probably not in like normal groups and stuff have a way to do it. We're... Oh yeah, so I was just on Shellfish. I thought I learned it. Reuse the same names across realms. Was thinking of making a warband with the same race but different classes. To imagine different paths the character might have taken. Oh, that's cool. Have them all on the same screen. I did buy the thing, didn't I?
Hello.
I did. It's known. I don't think I can waste any more time on this. I mean, I could. I can look one more time. Maybe just needed another refresh. I just wanted to mog them on this guy. He's even Horde. I don't even think you need to be Horde to wear them, but if you did, he is Horde. He is a dark spear troll. There's no two ways about it. Is Gnome Heritage Armor worth doing the quest for? I think so. I like using it in pieces. The goggles in particular are very fun to have. So, first of all, let's see if we can do this. So if we get a one-handed axes, do we see the painted... I'm not even going to try to search for it because I think search sucks. It would be so funny if they level restricted them and you can't use the painted children's things until level 80. That would be so silly. But I don't see them in the list, and I do have them learned, so I'm out of ideas. Time to kill something and get a satchel. Now what I want to work on is I want to kind of alternate chipping away at our Winds of Mysterious Fortune stuff, which we are at 75% complete. Needing just a couple more plate appearances. Handful of leather and mail. One weapon, just an Agi dagger. Then most of the heritage quests, but the Blood Elf one was really long-winded. Yeah, I think the Gnome one does have, you know, I don't think it's fast, but you only got to do it once and then you got the stuff forever. Here's my satchel, including some shoulders, which I think at this point I can put on because the 337s aren't going to scale any further. And I'll pop him back where he came from for now. Was I in an inn over here? Must have been. This must count. There must be an innkeeper. Because I would love to just get this little list finished. It's small enough now that I feel like we're getting there. We're almost done. It'd be nice to get the dagger, because then I don't have to worry about weapons at all, and I would be just counting armor types. Oh, around the corner. Here it is. Found it. Get his 1% of rested experience back. Alright, let's do a few of those. Let's start actually with this one, because she could actually get the dagger. I don't really have a lot of rogues. And as far as I know, they're the only character that will loot spec get one-handed Agi daggers to drop. I think? Yeah, it does say it's an Agi dagger. I'll double check here. Mysterious Chisel. Yeah, Agi, Stam, Haste, Mastery, 1.8 speed. Looks like a rogue weapon. One-handed dagger. It's not the only one. There was another Agi dagger that I got. I think there's just multiples. That's not going to be any good. Where's a real enemy here? Where's a real mob? You. Bad news for you. Won't drop for me either. It's the only weapon I need. Oh. Okay. Maybe I need more rogues. Or maybe I could just say, well, it's busted. Let's see. Nope, got a neck piece. Which I will equip. Not above a neck piece. No luck there, though. Can't look for fashion. There is a Troll Heritage Armor quest. They added it semi-recently. It's very fun. It's a cool one. It's got some... And the set's really cool, too. There's a Darkspear Troll and a Zandalari Troll Heritage, of course, but the Darkspear Troll one was added... Oh... What would it have been? Like late Dragonflight, maybe? Okay, so I can skip my Clothies. The Clothies don't need anything. I only need leather mail plate characters. I brought back a rogue that was level 60 and leveled her to 70 with no dagger. Oh. Well, that's not encouraging. See what we can do here. Need to go do the Dark Spirit quest then. Yeah. Have fun. I got a cleaver. Not what we're after. Also, I don't think she's used any of her mysterious wisdom bottle yet. There we go. And she can just live right here. The quest in Zerlek Caverns. Karakta might be a... Is there questing in Zerlek Caverns? Can leveling characters do that? I'm not saying I would. It's just my first thought for I'm going to level a new alt is not to go to an endgame patch content zone for Dragonflight. Karakta just doesn't like me, and I'm just going to have to learn to live with that. Or one day I'm just going to wake up and I'm going to be like, that's it! And then I will move all my characters out there and do nothing but just like sit there and wait for her to be up, because you have to actually be there for her to spawn now. Or for her to stay spawned anyway. Okay, this one. Do you ever think about how you're John Blizzard's favorite gamer? I don't really know what you mean. I do enjoy the phrase John Blizzard though. That's a good one. Just do it all. No fusses. I am both the best and worst person to have in a focus group for a game though, for this game. Because if you're looking for an ego boost or some validation that you did a good job, I will be right there to be like, oh, this is neat. I like it. But if you're looking for actual feedback that will help you make it better to the rest of humanity, I'm useless. I don't know what they want. It's tough to make them happy. Karakta does like you and knows if they give you them out, you will never come back. If that's the case, then Karakta done messed up. Yeah, I'm a little retired from PvP. I have PvP'd before. I pretty much quit. I've had enough. The one thing in WoW that I pretty much never do, and I've never really had a history doing, would be role playing. That's the sphere that I've never really gotten into. Hard to actually keep up with all of it. What do we get? A spade. A lot of weapons in the epic satchels. But I do think it's still worth it. We did manage to, by questing, kind of like chunk down on the rest of the remaining plate pieces. Need lots of leather and mail still, though. Why did I think I needed a leather? Oh, I had this thought this morning. I was lying in bed, procrastinating getting out of bed, and I was thinking about how I don't have a leather wearing alt at level 80. I have mail. I've got tons of hunters. I have plate, my paladin. I have clothies, my main, and then my warlock. I do not have a leather character at level 80, and it occurred to me that if I'm trying to collect all of the Flames Radiance sets, that might become a problem for the white set in particular, because that one, I don't know if it's or maybe the purple set. They've been backwards. It might be kind of annoying to collect them all without a character of each armor type. I'm not sure. Make a rogue! Time for a rogue. Really? I thought you guys were gonna say druid. I kind of had a thought in the back of my mind of like, what if this is gonna be my monk era? Because I most of the time pretend monks aren't even a thing. You have enough druids. I mean, nothing says I have to make a fresh one. I could level any one of the characters that we already have here. Windwalker Mistweaver vibes? No, druid! 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 Rogue is so fun. Best class ever. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, nothing says that I have to actually do anything beyond, like, you know, farming the scenario for Mog. I only really have to be able to handle it in outdoor questing. I don't have to be very good at it. Ooh, I got mail gloves, and I needed those. Ha ha ha. Delightful. Perfect. I'm gonna just leave her here, I think. Yeah, I got cloth done. Warlock, you done cloth. I have an 80 warlock. Evoker is not leather. Evoker is mail, which is weird, right? What excuse do you have that your characters aren't in neatly grouped warbands with thematic group names? Oh, man. I think my life would stress you out. Sometimes I don't even wear two of the same sock. Oh yeah, Demon Hunters. They're leather as well. I don't have an 80 Demon Hunter. Here's my Demon Hunter. He's level 70. I think his spine's gone. I don't know how his thoughts reach his tummy. Oh, he's doing this one. Yeah, Mollywobble is 70. That was kind of what I was leaning. I have more druids, and druid's a very valid choice as well. But I mean, I guess I'm not gonna be any better at monk. I'm bad at doing damage on druid. I could be a rogue, or I could have a rogue. I don't know what they do, but I could level it. I could find out. I could use Blizzard's one button rotation and then never have to find out. There you go, opportunity. Feral druids can get the dagger. I should spec the druids to feral. How are we doing on this, by the way? We got at least one new piece today. I mean, we got lots more to try, but we need just 4 more. Yeah, 4 mail, 5 leather, 2 plate, and then a dagger. Advice to become a chicken, throw boons at everything. I have beef with Boomkin. It's just, I feel like everybody has like a spec. I'm projecting. I'm hoping that other people also have like a spec or two out in the game that no matter how many times they try, they just don't vibe with. And for me, it's Boomkin. And it doesn't help that every time I get like half caught up on what it is that they're supposed to do, they change it. But it feels like, I think the thing is my experience with Boomkin, and it's not current experience because this has happened over a couple of different patches in my life, where I'll decide that that's what I'm going to do for damage, because generally speaking, I'll be like a resto druid, so I'll have the int gear, but I'll need to do some damage for questing, so I'll go Boomkin. And I will, you know, have a look at the rotation section, and I'll try to figure out the basic core Boomkin gameplay. And I'll do it, and I'll feel like I'm pretty much doing what they're asking me to, and it will do no damage. And that is different from the experience that I have on basically all of these other alts. Maybe barring mage. But like most of my other alts, I can just kind of be new, have no gear, do whatever, and things still do me the courtesy of dying. And it never works that way for me for Boomkin for some reason. And I think I'm holding it against Boomkin, and I don't think I'm in the mood to forgive it. It's only 5 buttons now, you should be good. Stupidly annoyed over the fact that the scrap piles in Undermine take you out of druid forms. That's subtlety for me. I've run it, but the fit just feels awkward. Love the aesthetic of Glyph of Stars. Cackling maniacally as I rain down destruction on huge poles in dungeons. Arms Warrior was my first character I ever made. Try every expansion to go back to it, and I never gel. That's where I find things like Akili useful. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm at the point where I'm just holding a grudge. And it's fun, so I'm gonna stick with my grudge. I have enough other things. If I'm really gonna play, oh, I'm Feral Druid, that's why. I'm like, why? See, case in point, but I'm just moon firing as a Feral Druid, that's why it's not doing any damage. I can always just play Feral. Nope, that's a ring. Ooh, his rings are bad, though. He's got Shadowlands rings on. Oh, no, it's because that's a speed set. I'm stupid. I'm going to keep those on and not accidentally ruin them. Don't mind me. Here, you can just live here with the fishies. I love how much you can do with druids, but that is the issue. Yeah, sometimes they get overwhelmed by how much potential and possibilities and options they have with their utility. And it's not like you have to do it, but I feel like it's taunting me just sitting there. It's like purchasing an appliance that is way more advanced than your needs are, and then feeling guilty that you haven't learned how to use like 7 out of the 8 functions that it does. Caspar is not centered. I'm not very picky about making things organized or orderly or symmetrical. I like having them vaguely neat to my own standards, but my own standards are probably not even close to yours. I had a painting or a canvas WoW art hanging in my background that was crooked for years. And I just didn't feel like straightening it because it didn't bother me. Tudinator, thank you for the 17-month resub. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's just a cloak, huh? Mm-hmm. Although I can wear it. Didn't get Boomkin until recently because I was like studying the Wowhead guide and it suddenly made sense to me after that. Can't even figure out how to change my form macro button to also include the Undermine car. Druid bars can get messy. I used to make a real mess of them back when I used add-ons for it. I've had fewer issues since I stopped using Bartender and started just doing default when they added like edit mode. Kezo, thank you very much for the 68-month resub. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I had a coworker who would not eat at this one restaurant because the arch over the doorway was asymmetrical. That is a tough way to move through life. Those are not fun challenges to have. Mage main, but could never get into Arcane. Tried so many times, but the War Within rework finally clicked with me, and I love it. Nice. Fishies. Rework pretty good. My Arcane Mage is what is making me look forward to the Blizzard version of Hikili the most. I could just install actual Hikili in the meantime, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna wait for Blizzard to do it. Learn the rotation, feel great at it, use any other class for over 30 minutes and immediately forget what the rotation is like. Yeah, my muscle memory gets me into trouble on when I'm switching back and forth between like an alt and my main. I'll try to use like my Bestial Wrath button while I'm healing, or I'll try to buff people with fort while I'm on a hunt or something. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. Do you guys got any of you guys got like Star Wars themed plans? Happens to be a Sunday as well, so you know you might even have the day off for it. Movie marathon, Lego building session, lightsaber LARPing. It is May the 4th. Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. Happy Star Wars Day. Movies and stuff today. Nice. Probably watch the you shush. Alright. No luck there. Well, we're just gonna log out and leave him here. Mini movie thought. Nice. Slip some Star Wars references into the D&D game I'm DMing. Nice. Rewatch all of Clone Wars. We used to do an annual Star Wars themed barbecue for many years. Oh, that's fun. I love themed drinks and food for stuff like that. Probably watch New Hope tonight. Log one of my tunes with one of the many light plates. Should organize that again next year. Yeah. This is a bad area to farm it, because these things don't always drop a bag. Also, there's a lot of them and I'm in danger. And I don't remember which button is like Victory Rush adjacent. But we did get a bag. Ta-da! Pauldrons. Pop him up to somewhere else he can hang out with a fish. Time to rewatch The Mandalorian for the 100th time. Nice. Stop at 9. Dead City Season 2 starts. Oh. I remember watching at least the first couple episodes of Mandalorian. I remember Baby Yoda anyways. First time I got back into Star Wars since the prequels. Seasons 1 and 2 are great. I haven't seen any of it, but I've heard good things about Andor as well. Is that not also Star Wars? I'm actually asking. I have no idea. I heard it was doing well. Andor next to my list. Nope, that's just a ring. I watched a old movie. Well, old depends on your definition of old movie. I watched a movie last night from like 1999, 2000 that I just kind of randomly picked off of the scrolling. It was called But I'm a Cheerleader, and it has baby Natasha Lyonne and also randomly RuPaul play. And the movie is about it's like a teen rom-com about a teenager that gets sent to a what do you call them, like a straight conversion camp because her friends suspect that she's a lesbian. And it sounds like it would be really heavy, but they've done it in a very like camp kind of fun way. I enjoyed it. It was cute. And I was watching it and I was like, isn't this because I've seen Orange is the New Black and I've seen Russian Doll and I'm familiar with Natasha Lyonne as like an adult. And I was like, wait, look, she was still baby. She didn't just spawn into the world at adult age. Love that movie. I was watching it and I was like, how have I never heard of this before? Like RuPaul plays like a what did he say? He was like an ex-gay camp counselor. Oh man, that's a good one. It was funny. That's just a weapon. The movie is very good. Right here now. Yeah, camp leader, exactly. Camp king. You never know what you're gonna turn up. If it came out in 1999, I can't believe I've made it the past 26 years and no one has mentioned this to me. How has this never crossed my radar? Floyd here now. Hello, Yurchi. How you doing? Pardon me. Frogs. Throat frogs. I've been like not sick, but like I don't know, 20% of the way towards having a cold for the last like couple of days, and I've been trying to take it easy and not stress and like just hydrate and sleep a lot and sleep it off, but like I can't quite shake it. Maybe it's just allergies. Not that I have allergies, but if I did have allergies. Night Flame. This is my demon hunter. I don't know what he does. I could not tell you what he's up to. Sometimes there's a guy right here. Yeah. Oh, it just can get worse as you age. But I've never had seasonal allergies, and I don't plan to start now. I'm picking denial. I'm just stuffy in the springtime because sympathetic stuffiness for other people in my life that have allergies. That's why. Climate change. Sleep them off. What did I get? I got a weapon. No good. Just get real emotional around blooming plants, and this is okay. Dude, the lilac bushes are blooming, and they smell amazing. It smells so pretty. Just walking down the street in the city right now. Depending on where you are and the ratio of lilac bushes to other stuff, but they smell lovely. Wow. Is this before or after you sneeze? Oh dear. I don't know what I would do if I ever redeveloped a cat allergy. I like to think that, you know how there's like double jeopardy where you can't prosecute someone for the same crime twice or something? I don't know. TV law. I like to think I have that, but for cat allergies, because I had a cat allergy as a kid that I grew out of. So no takesy backsies. I'm not allowed to be allergic again. That's my hill that I'm going to die on. I got a shield. I'll be here in like 3 weeks. Can't wait. Things are budding enthusiastically now. Archie, thank you for the 35-month resub. Arc, no more Amazon medical ads, thank you. Is that... I'm not even going to ask if that's a real thing, because if it is, I don't want to know. That's kind of dystopian. Got the Fox Hood Mog from Trading Post. This will go great with my Volpera in Disguise Mog. I bet you it would. Big Fire, thank you for the 64-month resub. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a lovely day. I'm looking forward to this Monday, Tuesday. It's my next 2 days off, and they're probably going to be the last days off before wedding week. We might try to go fishing because rockfish season started now, so might try to go find a nice quiet place to just go fishing for a day and decompress a little. Are you still gonna be a paladin main? No. I've never been a paladin main. I have a paladin alt that I was learning a little bit. When is your time off? So I'm thinking that I'm gonna stream Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm gonna do a short stream on Friday. So maybe 2 hours instead of 3. And then I'm gonna be gone until probably the following Saturday if we're being real with ourselves. Just so that I'm not coming back from my honeymoon and then immediately turning on stream and maybe have like a little bit of time to unpack and come back to real life for a second. I'm looking for a mob to kill. I'm having a shockingly hard time finding one. Yeah, so that'll be good. It'll be a long time to be away, but I guess I've taken weeks off before. It's not that crazy. I do it sometimes twice a year. Oh no, not these guys. These aren't the ones we want. You can't leave. I just resubscribed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be back after a week. We'll do lots of fun things. Maybe there'll be more content going on too as well, because I think oh no. I'm leaving. Can I not? Oh no, I would need to I'm trying to heal myself. I'm not doing a very good job. All I have to do is kill one mob, and usually I just find something and touch a death it, but I'm just getting myself into trouble. Yeah, Horrific Visions should be out by the time I get back, I think. So that'll be fun. We can mess around with that and find out what we think. Where's the... Oh no, it's dead, isn't it? Let's go up the hill this way. Maybe we'll find something. I think it's so funny that you can just touch a something from full health. Mysterious ring. That hedgehog mount. How did I miss this? Yep. Love that. I didn't spend as much tender as I earned this month. I'm still at a profit, so to speak. But I for sure got the harvest hog because it is so cute. I got the Bakar mount as well. Got an absurd amount of mysterious weapons for the mysterious satchels. I think that the epic satchels have a higher drop rate of weapons. I don't think it's guaranteed. I have got armor from them. But it seems like if you want armor, the blue satchels are best. Which questing I feel like is good for those. But meanwhile, I'm here doing this. Also, I'm not going to do it on shellfish because I don't need any cloth. I'm here doing this because I found that sometimes questing doesn't give you satchels as quickly as you think you're going to get them. I'm at 0 tendies. You're think of all of the things you have for them though. Okay, yeah, I've got 2 more characters and then we're out of satchels to try, at least freebie satchels anyway. Excellent, especially with the baskets of fruit. It's got some gardening tools hanging off of the bags in the back of it. It's got a little watering can. But are the podlings a good idea? These are just little babies, right? Yeah, they don't count. Excess attendees coming in clutch this month. I have... Wait, no. I have a good stockpile. I have a bit of a tender nest egg. I have a trader's tender nest egg that I've been holding on to. Ritual knife. How much do I have? We'll never find out. Miscellaneous. 4,600. So not... I thought I had 5,000. I don't have 5,000, but I've got 4,600, and that's after earning and spending this month. I don't know what I'm saving it for, but I'll know when I see it. There must be people that just get their tender every month and then like never spend any of it, and they just have tons of it, but I don't know. That would be a bit sad too. I like getting Mog sets when they really speak to me. Those are probably my favorite things because I end up using them a bunch. Oh, speaking of Mog sets. Worth it. That's the dream. That's what it's all about. Like when they do discounts like that one time. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Can I, like, tap this thing? Yeah. There we go. So he gets his free satchel. It contains some plate boots, which he can definitely wear. He had very tiny boots. My goodness. Oh, he's only level 26. That's why. For a second, I misunderstood, and I forgot, and I thought I was higher level than that. Yeah, okay. So that's all fine and good. Now, I want to buckle down and start grinding. I mean, because we still have some time left on this event. We're not out of time for the satchels. I think that's until at least the 20th, if not the end of May. I mean, what should be on the calendar, right? Yeah, Winds of Mysterious Fortune ends on the 20th. So we've got another two weeks of this. So it doesn't have to be now. Although if I'm leaving, then I'm not coming back till later. I'm going to be coming back pretty much at the end of it. So it wouldn't hurt to have anything extra. There is, yeah, I'm using all the things. And all the things has a section for Winds of Mysterious Fortune that that can show you all of the different drops that you still need. They're duplicated for each armor or for each satchel type, but it's the same drops for each one, and getting one will collect it for all of them. So this is the list of things that I'm missing. I just need plate bracers and a plate helmet for this character. That's all that Wormbin could still get from a satchel. My plan, especially like once the event starts winding down, is basically to do the one satchel per day on all the characters that have a chance to get this stuff. And then once we're like really running out of time, with maybe 2 or 3 days left, I will start to just like level a character basically from scratch for each of these armor types and just do as much questing as I can, because I found that was decent as well. I'm going to finish this quest because I'm just out here, you know? I did complete the fishing derby in Hellafall. That was one of the first things I did when the expansion came out, actually. I was really into it. I moved a ton of characters out there. I would spend every Saturday just grinding it. I loved it. It was great. Thinking of doing a Night Elf Priest. Nice! I bought everything off the Hellafall Derby vendor with the exception of the fish mace, because it appeared to be basically exactly the same as the Stinkrot Smasher from Island Expeditions, which I already had. Bags. So you can get them from killing mobs. You can also get them at the same time when you turn in quests. I've seen them in dungeons and in delves as well. It just seems to be just a bit random. So there's a green one. The blue one's what you really, really want here. Got the entire plate set, leveling a warrior from 70 to 80. Nice. Yeah, I got the cloth set similarly. I think I started leveling a mage, and I'm pretty sure by the time I hit level 50 or so, I had all of the cloth stuff a few times over. 10 minutes to Nightfall event for anyone planning on doing it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Loved leveling Survival Hunter because the wildfire bombs almost one-shot every time. That's always really fun. Fresh game meat. I'm wondering if when I turn in this quest, if I'll get lucky and I'll get a blue bag. Oh, these guys don't have a chance to drop the thing. I was killing these guys for my game meat. And they don't count. Whoopsies, don't mind me. Made it out of my quest area here. Apparently, I'm not the only person doing this. There is activity out here. Is DK good for PvP? I could not say. I could not say. I haven't PvP'd in a long time. My plan for doing the dailies for chances at the links is to basically just start at the top of my list of 80s.
No,
you know what?
I am better than you. Sure, you
And
killed more, but most of your
work my
kills
way through it. So probably on my priest first, and then I'll just do increasingly lesser geared alts and hope that I run into whatchamacallem, other people that are also fighting the mobs that I'm fighting. Because otherwise I'm going to be out there for a very long time on some of these alts that have no gear. Got 6 pole arms on one character. I could hexa wield. Oh yeah, that's enough of that for now. I'll panic more after I get back from my vacation, I think. Okay. And we can do this at any time because they're not limited. So I have 4 or 5. I have 7 80s now. Look at me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These two have no gear, but we'll work on that. I guess I could actually just open up the warbank and probably pop a couple things onto them. Would not hurt, especially if I'm gonna play them in this. Not to mention they'll be getting gear to drop as well. All right, dailies time. Actually, I wonder if that's the one time when there's less people doing the dailies is when people are doing the weekly, like when the actual event is up. Is there... Here's a question that I am unconfident in. Is there a good reason why I would repeat the weekly on the same character that's already done it? Or is there really no... Is it not worth? Oh, that's right. I sent myself stuff to disenchant. I forgot about that. Because that's right, I made some stuff with tailoring. I forgot. Holy moly, these bags are a mess. Let's just see if we can get rid of a few things that we're not keeping. I at least have good enchanting skill, so I can learn all this stuff as alright, I'm getting decent shards for it all. Delve keys. What about delve keys? I have delve keys. I do still need things from delves. There's a lot of oh yeah, I got a crackling shard, that's right. A lot of warband gear, actually, that I can probably warbank here. Oh hey, I got some bracers! I had an epic chest from last thing. Oh, for why I would repeat the event. Sorry, my brain just caught up. Thank you for answering that. Gotcha. Get them from weekly quest, first 4. Haven't done anything with the Nightfall quest. Working 7 days a week, really interfering with my gaming. 7 days a week.
My prices
Oh.
to be reasonable.
Okay, we're gonna dunk warbound equipped gear. But just gear. I'm just gonna DE those blue ones. We're not gonna worry about those. I've got so much veteran gear. I don't think I need to be too fussed about the blue stuff.
My thanks for your patience.
Happy to get those bracers though, because that's another piece. This set actually is trackable. Here, I'm gonna have them flight path me up because I don't want to deal with flying myself.
Communication
Can you take me to
initiated.
Marildor, please? One Uber. Did my first LFR yesterday in a long time. When did they stop personal loot? When did they can personal loot? Was it Dragonflight? We went back to Need and Greed? I always felt that I kind of liked personal loot for like complete pugs. Like like LFR and like just like random pug normals. And I kind of missed it for that, but I adjusted back to rolling reasonably well. The moth mount was from the trading post. That was a trading post mount from a couple months back, or last month, recently, but not currently available. Oh yeah, I was gonna check and see. I wanted to look at what I'm missing for the Hallowfall set. So yeah, you got Flames, Radiance, and Nightfall. So for the cloth set, I just got the bracers. So I'm actually only missing 3 pieces to have the whole cloth set in white. The Nightfall set, I'm 4 of 9, so that's a little bit less complete. It's like a tandem map. It's nice that the flight path will just like skip you forward a little bit with the loading screen. Otherwise, I feel like it would take a long time to get out here. But then Nightfall. I feel like I used to be able to check other armor types by using this drop down. Like if I wanted to look at the male one. Oh no, there it is. Yeah. So I can see for male I'm 4 of 9 and then 4 of 9 in each one. So I guess I'm about halfway done, although I'm expecting the second half of it to be worse. Ooh, I only have 1 piece of leather gear. I guess, you know what, that makes sense that I would only have 1. It actually surprises me a bit that I do have 1. I don't know how I got it. Maybe I bought it for some reason? The leather belt? Because I don't even have a leather character level 80. Fascinating. What about plate? 3 of 9 for plate, because yeah, that would make sense, because I've got lots of male characters. A couple of clothies, only the 1 plate character. That's a cool set, though. Alright. If we're lucky, maybe we'll get the Lynx mount. We are going to be opening, or farming, rather. Not those ones. Such a big list. If I had more of these things, then I wouldn't be, it wouldn't be such a big list. I wouldn't have to scroll so far. Opening cultist satchels, I believe.
We are the seekers of light.
Confiscated cultist bags. Yeah, so we've got half of the things from those. And they have a chance at the Voidsguard Guard links. That world drop monk is gross. I wanted to go away. I was just looking at that. Like, all, like, these things? They're bind on pickup. How do they just drop from the bags? That, like, the bags that I ground endlessly for the cat mount? Auction house prices can be really bad. Or are we talking about something else? No. Because I have a huge amount of this that I'm missing. Items can drop from many sources, usually not difficult to obtain. Or rares and stuff. Low chance of them coming from bags. It can't be a particularly good chance, because otherwise I would have it, because I opened so many bags. Requires renown 3. Lamplighter stuff. Yeah, this is for a zone that's been out for a while that I did do some collecting in. Anyway, this is the cultist bag set. These are the things that could drop for me that I need on this character anyway. Ember Court's annoying though. Oh, decided to work in the Shadowlands meta only to realize I'm missing 1 achievement. Yeah. I also was very impatient. I was annoyed with Ember Court, but it's a lot better now than it was. It's still a lot of doing, but it's not time gated in the same way anymore. Or it's not as time gated. You can do it every day instead of it used to be like a once a week only thing. Mixie mounts are cute. I might actually get some European chitin farmed finally for once in my life. I'm over 1/3 of the way there. I'm 584 of 1500. It's only the first step of that quest chain too, is the silly thing. It's not even, we're not even very deep into it. I'm gonna have to try to make time to farm that before the end of this expansion. Otherwise it's just a bit sad. Farming souls in the maw to upgrade Ember Core. Ooh. Oh, I forgot about going to get your souls in the maw. I'm glad I did as much of Shadowlands as I did when I did. I'm sure there's more of it that I can farm and collect, but maybe I can just put it off until they do a remix. Doing the second step of that while doing Flames Warden Dailies pushes it up organically. You mean like the next step? After this one? Because this is working decently well for me. I'm getting more progress than I have had in a long time anyway. Collect venom. Gotcha. Yeah, maybe if we do this enough times.
We are the holders of hope.
I'm gonna get all 3 bags and I'll open them all at once. I think that's what I'm gonna do. It'll be fun. Heading over to the next one. I like these ones when they're in Hallowfall. I really dislike it when they're in Ajkahet, though. I don't know why. It's not like it's far. Maybe I just perceive that they're harder or more out of the way. Or maybe it's just not as pretty out there. It's too blue. A little too much blue. I feel like I played so much Dragonflight and there's still so much Mog I don't have. Yeah. I think Dragonflight is when I started to slack off a little bit more in collecting. I think I was more thorough in Shadowlands than I was in Dragonflight. Extra skill bars, macros. These guys? These are just modifier bars. So this guy right here is just my mouse buttons, the 1 through equals. And then the smaller one to the right of it is the same thing but with shift. So shift 1 through equals, and then this is alt 1 through equals. So some of those things are actual buttons that are valid and a good idea, like Power Infusion and My Desperate Prayer. Some of them are toys or pets, because I have, with that many extra buttons, I have a bunch of extra combos. So if anytime I want to just stick a, I don't know, like a new pet or like a macro on the bar, those are good keys to dump them on. Clan chests? Didn't even know about it. Clan chests. Here, I'm going to open up regular all the things. Expansions. Expansion features I'm pretty good at. What about outdoor zones? 85% of stuff from Dragon Isle zones, it says. Are you getting more and more hype for player housing? I think I'm at a steady level of hype. I think I am pleasantly excited, and I will remain at pleasantly excited. I think it would be unsustainable to get more hyped in the meantime, because like we gotta wait for a while. It's like getting real stoked about Christmas when it's only March. I don't have that Void Elf Shadow Priest anymore. I don't think she made it through all the purges. I did make a Void Elf Arcane Mage, or Void Elf Arcane Mage recently that I leveled up to 80. Remember trying to collect all of the Drake customizations, and now I don't even use the Drakes. I mean, it's still valid for collecting's sake. We collect all kinds of things that we don't use, but that's more or less why I didn't do that, is I knew I wasn't really going to use them. I don't worry. Now it's the dirigible, like the Delver mount customizations that I don't really bother with. Unless they're super easy and right in front of me and very affordable, because I'm never riding my Delver's mount. They're huge and clunky. I am that person. I get so excited months before. Love the raid ones. Yeah, the main ones that I used were the overall transformations, like the Sarkareth skin or the Razageth skin. Or the Farak skin. Pretty sure I got all 3 of those. But like the individual things, maybe less so. Horns or instead of ears, or fluff instead of a butt. Different colors of saddles and whatnot. Oh. Cloth, gloves, purple. Interesting. So I got that not when I turned in the quest, but when I killed a rare that spawned in the zone, or spawned in the world quest area. I did not know that that was a possibility. I'll have to keep an eye out for those. That could speed up the grind quite a bit.
The flame burns for all of us.
Okay. Let's go get the third one done. I bet you that we're gonna see Eridicron again. He didn't feel done. I don't know if I'm like super waiting up for it or anything, but betcha it's not the last we've seen of him. I liked him. I was not into Farak. Farak felt very one note to me. I mean all the primalist aspects were kind of, or at least Razageth and Farak. They looked really nice. They looked very cool. Frank was a strange final boss for Dragonflight. Hope we get new races in Midnight Cough Sareki. That would be interesting. I would have to imagine Haranir would be up before Sareki, but also I don't know how much of a role Haranir are going to continue to have. Frack is the kind of guy who gets offended if you tell him you're not interested. He was just kind of like angry by default. It was all like, you will burn, and like that's kind of all he had. Or at least it felt that way anyways, from a very casual perspective. Want more monster races? And I don't mean Volterra. Like less cute monster races. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what they add. They can't possibly whelm me any more or less. What am I trying to say? They can't. I don't want to say I'm disappointed in Earthen because that seems mean. They're lovely. It's just not my thing. It didn't give me any feelings, and I have not successfully leveled one because I cannot bring myself to care. Hoping for Naga with high elf visage form. That would be cool. They're a little boring, but that's okay. Yeah, I think they're somebody else's cup of tea, and I'm happy for that person. Happy for them that they got them. Gotta keep an eye out for rares. There's no way they can make a Naga mount since they got no legs. Auto shift to visage to mount. Gets around it. Viable and more. What if they just... trying to think of how you could squish a Naga onto a mount. How does Mermaid ride horse? Side saddle. Delicate. Oh, I did it. I finished it. I'm just imagining a Naga perched in the back of the horse, but it's got its tail like wrapped around the horse's neck. Go! Mush! What do we do again? Guess you could side saddle it. I'm sure there are mounts for which that would get awkward. What if they give us Naga, but they make them weird and they give them tentacle legs? What if they give us weird ones? They would too. Alright. 3 bags to open. 3 chances at the links. Drum roll, please. Bunk. 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 Nope. No luck on that. I did get a ring, another pair of bracers, and a chest piece for part of the set. Here, cloth. We are now 7 of 9 for the purple set. 6 of 9 for the white one. She could just probably hearth back, huh? I like my yeah, I like your idea better than tentacle legs too. With the undead trolls stand up straight. Trolls I would get, at least for males, because the ladies are already standing up straight, so it's really unfair. But I don't know. I feel like the spinal integrity of an undead. Well, they can give him less rotted bodies. They can probably let him stand up straight. Can I be a gnome that slouches?
My directive has been fulfilled.
Shadow Snake, thank you for the 18-month resub. Appreciate it very, very much. A gnome that slouches is called a shrimp. Oh.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
Oh, thanks very much for the gift subs. I really appreciate it. Wow. Cheers. Thank you very, 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 very much. All right, we're going to pop in ring, shoulders, bracers. Yeah, my bags are really filling up with this warband stuff. Time to grab another character and have at it. I could be getting more catch-up knowledge if I went and got my treasure drops, but I'm not really going to worry about it. Unfair, they would be a prone. There was a... Oh yeah, I forgot about this in his outfit. We could get in the chest piece, or we could not worry about it. Also, I got my renown to 4, so I can maybe buy another thing. I got another Night Flame renown level.
We are the holders of hope.
So we get 600 resonance crystals. Carved crests. Oh, he's got lots of dailies because I picked him up, but I didn't do him before, so I have many chances that I can do in this character. Alright, well, I'll start with these ones, and then we'll head down to Ashgahet and do those, and we'll open them all at once. I don't believe we need to do the event again, because we did the weekly for it already. Lots of options missing for Transmog too.
Make them regret it.
Hands and feet independently. Are there people out there that are like campaigning on I need to wear mismatched shoes on my WoW character? Is that like something that somebody thinks of when they wake up in the morning? I like independent shoulders, and I think there's really cool stuff you can do with that. I could get on board with one glove. I think that would be neat. I think you've lost me with mismatched shoes, though. I want to wear exactly one of the Wendigo woolly feet. Oh, need hands. Why stop there? Funky socks? Made renown 10 level 2 days ago. Champion necklace is great. Oh, nice. Folding laundry, living vicariously in WoW through your stream. Very nice, very nice. Thank you very much for the 27-month resub, Denoria. I like laundry time. My kitty always shows up. I put on my music and I sit on the bed and I fold everything and then she takes my socks. I just popped off one of my keycaps. you go sit back where you came from, friend. Is there ever a reason to mog wrists? I feel like there are some neat looks that you could do if you hid gloves and mogged wrists. I rarely do, though. I do not often elect to mog wrists. I usually end up hiding wrists and gloves. Yeah, there's flower wrist mogs. There's obviously bracers. There's a watch as well. A trading post gave us a watch a while back. I feel like people asking Blizzard for things to ask Blizzard for things. I think that's always been true. I think there's always going to be some amount of like just wanting a thing to want, or just any idea that you can come up with. And yeah, it's not that they're bad ideas. It's just there's always going to be something. Hi, Hazel and Chatzel. Hello, Johnny. Do you still fish IRL? Rockfish season actually just opened here, so I might try and get out on my weekend And then we were talking about going fishing on our honeymoon as well, actually. I think that sounds really fun. Okay, so we finished this one. I'm going to do the same thing. I had fun opening all the boxes at once. I'm going to do the same thing where I stack them all up and I open them all in a big batch.
For the Empire.
Put that up here. I also kind of want to check the vendor and see if there's anything else that I can buy at 4. 4 lets you buy... It's a ban. Oh, I'm not going to spend resonance crystals on a banner right now. It's too many resonance crystals. I'll wait. I'll wait until I've got everything else. Sounds lovely. Yeah, we like fishing together a lot. It's one of our favorite things to go out and do. I think that my paladin is better at this than my priest is. He's like 16 or 17 item levels lower than my priest because my main is my priest and she's got some gear from raid and whatnot, or from, you know, taking myth track things from keys and upgrading them from vault. But I think this guy does just better snap damage. Red Affix. Ret was so fun. This was such a fun ult to just pick up and hammer away at. He's just a cool character. I'm glad I leveled him. I can't believe this is the first time I've ever really played Ret. Like in the past, whenever I leveled a paladin, I would play Prot. Never Holy. I would always play Prot because I figured it was like it's one of my favorite tank specs. And I thought that's what I was going to be doing, but then I spec'd him Ret to just try it out in Delves, and then I never went back. Oh, hang on. I gotta be right back. One sec. What? Okie dokie, I'm back. Ret's been one of my favorite... Ooh. Okie dokie, I'm back. Ret's been one of my favorite specs since TBC. Yeah, it's good. I'm surprised it took me this long. Well, I'm not surprised because it's melee. I tend to be a ranged kind of player. It's I have to get a little out of my zone if I'm gonna play melee ult. Am I in the right area? I am. Ever since I killed that one rare on my priest and I got an extra piece of Mog, and now I'm like, ooh, any rares? What do we got? Anybody out here? Hello? It spawned like right in front of me too. Yeah, I would have died if I tried to do this with my priest. It's just so good for this. You do seem to lean into enhance over Ellie. Yeah, something about let Ellie die in peace. I've heard Ellie's very fun this season, actually. I've heard it's very good. One of my friends plays it, and he always seems to be having just a blast. Like an elemental blast. You get it? Oh. Well, streamer made a real original joke. I also prefer range, but I think enhance is better. Enhance is one of those mystery boxes for me. Like, I'll never really understand what it is that they're doing.
Belladar shift in your favor.
Okay.
When the star shifts, seek shelter.
This way. Very punchy. Procky. Yeah. I like what do they call it? The thunder crash, the frontal cone lightning attack that they can do. Got an enhancement jumping to 80 and I still don't know what it is that they're doing. I admire people that play a ton of alts, could never do that. I'm always very impressed when people with a bunch of alts do like keys on them every week and like get a vault for them every week. I have friends that are like that. They'll have like a bunch of characters and they each get, they do weeklies and like vaults and stuff on all of them. That couldn't be me. I have a ton of characters, but they're just kind of like here. Like I play them when I want to and I don't play them when I don't want to. And if they get a vault, that's great. And if they don't get a vault, that's fine too. I don't put any pressure on myself at all about it because I think that would be a one-way ticket to Burnout City. I am not watching The Last of Us. I've heard good things though. I've never engaged in any of that media. I've never played the games. I've never seen the show. Everything I've heard about the subject matter makes it sound like heavy though. Heavy and tough to watch. Yeah, Enhanced does summon a bunch of wolves. I liked it when they summoned the different color wolves. I think that was last expansion. That might have been a Dragonflight thing. They would get like the elemental wolves. It was very Power Rangers. I have friends like that too, and they do 10s and 10 alts, open the vault, and then never play the alt until they need to fill up the vault again. I mean, I feel like doing a 10 and 10 alts would take me all week. I'm lucky if I get a 10 on my main these days. I had fun like getting like a week or two of gear on these characters, especially like via delves. Delves are really fun for gearing up fresh alts because you can kind of do it yourself without having to stick your fresh alt in a group full of people that are much stronger than them. Back into retail, but I don't know where to start. The game's going to do a good job of popping the newest and the most relevant content to you at the top of your quest line generally. It'll show you what your latest campaign is. If there's any quests that will unlock features for you, then those will have a special like purple triangle looking quest marker on them. They'll be, instead of the circle here, they'll be purple triangles. You just do that stuff first. 3 tunes, focus on. Don't have the time anymore. Only do that in delves, not keys for alts. Yeah. I haven't even done delves on alts for the last week or two, although I do need to do a bunch more delves for achievements, so. You know, eventually. Right now, this is fun. I'm just gonna pick one thing at a time. Ish. One-ish thing at a time. And just have fun with that. I'll get this, and then we'll head down to Ashgahet and we'll do those 3 as well. I'm gonna open all 6 bags all together. Yeah, there are going to be modifiers. It said for some delves, which is kind of fascinating. There's going to be like sort of challenge delves, I guess. I'm curious to play that when it comes out. Stream went back a full minute. Oh, weird. Fear the belt thing. We already have the ring. Want to know about that? Oh, ouchie. Oh. Bubble. Hey, I got the going down achievement. Radiant Incursion. So there's a field elixir I can take for this. That'll give me a buff or something. There we go. I'm just proud of myself that I remembered to hit bubble. I don't usually do that. Interested in the belt? I'm a little, not afraid, but like, I don't know. I'm not terribly impressed by the funky pieces of gear that do the funky effects anymore. I feel like I'm happy with regular pieces of gear that do regular things. Trinkets are funky enough for me. Spent last night doing 7 of the orphans so I can get everything I was missing before Monday. Missed key night with my friends. That's kind of a bummer, but at least hey, you're done. You got it all settled. I just got my last one this morning. I want to know why I couldn't block it actually. I should open up Transmog on this guy and see if he can use any of this stuff because he's a horde as well. One hand. Oh no, he's using 2-handers. Okay, never mind. Forgot I was a rep paladin for a second there. I thought I was a prop paladin. Morning, gamers. Good morning, pre-made. How are you doing today? Happy Sunday. I am grinding out the I'm grinding out Oh, I know why this. I don't like doing this. Is because it's elite stuff. Sureki dailies for Nightfall. I had 6 of them because I had previously picked up a set that I hadn't done. So I did my priest already. I'm working on my paladin, and I'm just gonna keep going for as long as I can get away with. I wonder if that rare would give me a piece, or if that's like a rare from the old version of things. I think it's this rare was pre-existing. I still want to do little borrowed power things. Yeah, and maybe it helps keep things fresh. Maybe I would miss them if they didn't do them. I would notice their lack and I would be bored. Maybe. French toast with maple syrup for breakfast, and now I've got a borderline food coma. Hey, it's Sunday morning. It's a good day for that. Got my Beatrix. Oh, you're welcome. Changed out the gem in the ring. I didn't like the water effect. Chose the gem with mastery instead. Yeah, that was an old rare. That just gave me old rare rep. I miss when treasure boxes were useful and exciting to find. Getting 2 of a currency that you're going to need 10,000 of is not particularly rapturous. Try making French toast with banana bread. Oh. My favorite is fresh bread. If you've got like a loaf of homemade bread, like thick cut homemade fresh bread is really nice for French toast. If you're a French toast kind of person. I feel like this one's... I know, I've realized why I don't like these dailies. It's not because they're in Ashka head. It's because you've got elites everywhere that do not seem to give you, you know, proportionate amounts of quest progress. Made that the other day. It was magical. Nice. What have I made? Just regular stuff lately. I did do a loaf of bread semi-recently that was pretty good. I thought I was at the beginning of another new great hazel bread era, but I was not. haven't had the mojo for it. Might scale back the progress for leads because of the vial buff. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the vial. It just seems to take a lot longer than the other ones. Need 12 pets to have 1,600 unique pets collected for the achievement. Nice. Almost there. But maybe it's just this quest. Maybe the other 2 in this zone aren't as bad. I think last time I did this one and then I gave up. So I think that was part of my problem. Especially because I was doing it on a character that wasn't level 80 yet, so he was having my mage was having a very tough time trying to get this done. That's gonna turn in... Oh, that one turns in back in Hellfall. Interesting. Okay. I have a good feeling about the links today. I don't know if I can brute force it, but I'm gonna try. I got all stream. I got nothing better to do. I'm just gonna crank these dailies. I think I have enough characters that I could be working on these dailies for another hour and a half. Beach Bum, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Aw, thanks, Corkany. That's very sweet of you to say. Thoughts on Legacy of Arathor? Is that the new story campaign that they're doing? I don't follow lore very closely. Turned on at Farron's Advance too. Oh, okay. Or turned in at Farron's Advance. You can do this on leveling alts. I found it was a little slow. But yeah, if I ran out of 80s, I could bring 70s out here to work on it. I don't know if it's going to come to that, though. Is that the new Nightfall Transmog? It's some of it. Yeah. It's a Nightfall Transmog with a little ventilation.
Unworthy pests.
Oh, it's just the name of the next patch. Okay. I had missed that. Maybe I'm boring. I always think of patches in patch numbers. 11.15 and 11.17. What are we farming? I am spamming Nightfall dailies. As many of them as I can do on as many characters as I can do to open these bags for mount chances primarily, but also I want to collect as much of the Mog as I can get. I'd love to get all of it collected this season, or like this. Well, it's current anyway. I'd like to get Flames Radiance completely done. I'm also getting Flames Radiance rep at the same time. If we get to 5, we can get promoted. Sacred Flames Ward gets stronger. I don't know what that is. Oh, I'll get a title though. Same with me. Numbers are easier to understand. Hello, Mr. Sonic Gen. How you doing? Anyway, things from next patch that I'm most looking forward to is probably the brief note that they mentioned about having a legacy like farming buff event. Sounds kind of neat. Buff you're having in Castlegar. Do I have it right now? Sometimes I can't tell. Oh, there it is. Sacred Flames Ward. Dealing damage with a high chance of burning the enemy with righteous fire. I couldn't tell if it was a Nightfall thing or a Paladin thing. Take 5% less damage. Oh. Yeah, Collector's Buff is the thing that stuck in my brain the most. I'm sure they announced other things, and I'm sure I read about them, but I think I've forgotten what it was that they did. Here, I'll go do this one too. Wonder if it'll increase drop percentage or item count. I betcha it's item count. I betcha it's going to be item count, so you're going to get extra loot pieces the same way that you do from like a Mythic Plus dungeon during Mythic Plus week. Oh yeah, that's right, the one button rotation thing. I don't think I'm going to one button it, but I'll definitely try out the other thing where it's highlighting your next move for at least some of my ults. Are you playing Mists of Pandaria? I'm not. I did play it in, what was it, 2012? Whenever it came out the first time. I enjoyed it last time. I don't need to go back. I haven't played any of the other classic expansions outside of Hardcore. I don't know why I'd start now. Heard they changed Dinars again? Oh, did they? Can't wait for Legion Remix. Had a blast in the Pandaria one. I did enjoy Panda Remix, that's true. I forgot about Panda Remix for a second. Didn't you hear? Gonna kill, wow. Oh, I didn't even hear it. Yeah, Panda Remix was really fun. Can't wait till it comes back around. Horrific Visions later in May. I want to say May 20th. They had a release date for it that they announced when the patch came out. So they got 9k trader tenders. Do you think they're going to add lots of housing stuff for tendies? Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot to be sitting on. I don't know. That's a good question. Did they say whether or not they were going to... They said that some stuff would be... I would assume that some things will hit Trader's Post. Yeah, they wouldn't put the whole system behind tenders. If anything, there would just be furniture pieces that they would stick on there. You have some time, though, before housing even comes out. So you would have a lot of months left to save. I think that if there's anything that you liked in the meantime, you know, it would be a bummer if you waited all that time and you passed up on all that stuff and you saved up all that tender and then you didn't like any of the housing stuff they came out with. I thought I had a lot. I have about half as much as you. I've got about 4,500 or so. Only have one freeze slot. I have yet to buy anything I've frozen. I freeze something, and then sometimes I'll just let the frozen item sit for like 5 months, and then I'll freeze something else, and I'll let that sit for 5 months. I have yet, I think, to actually buy it. It's usually just something that I'm sort of on the fence about, and then I realize that if I was that on the fence, then I must not have wanted it. inventory slot tends to be something that's like 800 tendies. Yeah. Yeah, I think if my current thing that's frozen is the expensive... Oh, I don't know if it was expensive actually, but the red version of the moth mount that I've been riding, I have the... I've been riding around the pearlescent butterfly, and there's a red one as well. But I like the light one better, which is why I bought it, so I don't see myself spending any tender to get another color, when I'm just going to ride the color that I like. Never miss anything, just get discounts by waiting. I thought it used to be the case that when things came back around, they were more expensive the second time. I know that wasn't true for the anniversary thing where they had a bunch of stuff on the vendor. But, anyway. I'm just happy I have a hedgehog now. Alright. Now this one can turn in here. Oh, it looks like they all could turn in Flames Radiance as well. Let's pop back up there. I can even maybe flight path up there, question mark? Make the game fly me up there so I don't have to worry about it. Rolls seem to keep changing. There is a flight path up here. I'm still happy that they added Trading Post. I've enjoyed it a lot. I can't believe it's been like, what, 2 years already? Isn't that crazy?
The weave has delivered.
I think we can turn all of these in up there. Oh, did I set my heart to Merildar? No, it's Darnagol still. I need to change it to Merildar. Do you think Microsoft will increase WoW's sub cost? Oh, I don't know. They might. I could actually see it. A lot of things. I mean, they did in some other currencies, right? Like some currencies got reworked so that the sub cost changed to, I don't know. Yeah, I could see a world in which they decide that they will make more money than they lose by doing that. I don't know about you guys, but with games getting more expensive, it's just meaning that I'm buying less games. Play the games that I have kind of thing. New game needs to be something that I am very, very excited for. And not just kind of, oh, that looks like it might be fun. Plus, I'm at a point where I have so many games that I like very much that I know I could happily play. Like, I could probably never get another new game and just play the games that I have. And be, like, content for a very, very long time. It was a joke, but I really want that Clippy battle pet. Thanks for all the pet videos since Kata. Well, cheers. The games. I'm just thinking about like my library of games that I have. I feel like I could keep myself busy forever. Especially if I go outside once in a while. Not getting the new Switch until there's a new Animal Crossing game actually. Oh, me too! That is the exact same conclusion I came to. Is I will get one when they have a new Animal Crossing and not a moment sooner, and I hope it takes a couple of years because I'm having fun with the current one and I'm saving my money. Never roleplay, but do you have backstories for your alts? I used to think about it more. I can still usually rattle off something if I'm asked, but I don't think about them anymore. It's not something that I really do. My JRPG backlog will keep me busy, so I'm good. I almost feel like if in an apocalypse world or just a very frugal world where I like never got another new game, and I had to entertain myself for the rest of my life with what I had, it would almost bring back a little bit of what felt special about games when I was a kid, when you only had one every second year, and you had to you really get, get your money's worth out of it. I played a lot of some fairly bad games and really enjoyed them, whereas nowadays I would never give them a chance because I'm too spoiled for choice. I think maybe the limited choice of having fewer new things competing for my attention might actually be kind of a relief. All right, I got 6 bags to open. 6 chances at kitty cat. Nope, not that kitty cat. Different kitty cat. Purple kitty cat. And then hopefully lots of good Transmog too. Da-da-da. What? Mog? 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 Nice. I got lots of Mog. I did not get the cat mount, but I now have all but 2 pieces of the purple set for Nightfall plate. Nice. After a few years, I tend to enjoy picking up my old favorites again. Yeah, I love a replay of things that I've enjoyed in the past. So I don't think he needs to wear any of this. I think he can bank it for other... I think he can bank it for other characters. Oh, he has a lot of stuff too. Still trying to finish the Baldur's Gate 3 campaign. Have a lot of hours left with the games I already own. WoW keeps me busy. Yeah. It's nice though. Lets me save some money. I feel like I could do another playthrough of like all of my favorite survival crafts as well. Get some more mileage out of those. So I'm gonna drop a warbank because I want to dump some of that warbound gear in. Warbands, warbank. I still only have 2 slots, but I am starting to kind of sort of run low. I am only keeping veteran epics now. I am gonna have to pull out and disenchant some of these blues and greens and stuff because there's not gonna be room for them. Getting the Mario Kart bundle, Street Fighter, Bravely Default. Just think of how much the Midnight Heroic Edition is going to cost to buy. What do we think the odds are that they do a early access for rich people again? Because I feel like the chances are very good because they must have just printed money with that. 100%, yeah. I can't see why. They didn't even catch all that much backlash for it because they rightfully, I think, guessed that people wouldn't rage against it too hard because there would be the amount of people, like, it felt weird to rage about it if you were going to get it, and it felt bad to not get it. So you kind of, like, had a big part of the player base that might have otherwise been upset, being like, well, I am still upset, but I'm also a hypocrite. And then, you know, everybody else gets in 3 days later. Okay, we're locked up. Not that you can't get it and think it's gross. That was where I was at. I was like, this is gross, but I also have it. But I didn't have like the principles to not do it. I did it with gold. That was my way around it. Not that it really is any less culpable. Early access to the expansion when they did the 3-day expansion launch for the expensive pre-orders. I was happy to get early access and strip mine the entire map. For Midnight, Def will do it again. Yeah, I think they will too.
Be protected.
Wish they just called it money grab instead of early access. I think stuff like that can be a good way to make rich players pay more. They have come up with an awful lot of ways to make the rich players pay more. Accepted that I'm just a WoW whale. Don't mess with my WoW launches, take time off work, get my snacks, geek out with game streams until it goes live. Yeah. I think that's what made it feel like a little bit gross to me that they did it, because it just felt a little bit sacrilegious. Like that launch experience, I feel like, is such a sacred community thing, and to split it into the pours and the not pours was just like, I mean, obviously we're oversimplifying. There are lots of valid and smart reasons to not pay for that, but yeah, ruined the launch experience for me. I think they showed pretty clearly where they're at. It's not gonna make me quit the game, but I will never take, you know, when they do BlizzCon and they have that we're all in this together like emotional montage, they're never getting me with that again. They haven't for years, because it's become extremely clear that when they get a chance to do something heartwarming or do something you know, money grubbing. Like it's a business. I don't expect any less of them, but that also means that they don't also get to pull the "we're really here for you" thing. Like they want to do that for marketing, and I'm just not buying it. Yeah, I don't think it invalidates the business, but also just, you know, remember that kind of thing whenever they're trying to pull on your heartstrings, right? Do you still do Darkmoon Fair activities? No. No, I probably should, for collecting's sake, start it up again. Because I know there are transmogs that I don't have. But I have the mounts and pets from Darkmoon Fair. And I think I reached a point where I figured that was good enough for me. Prof knowledge? Yeah, but like at this stage in the expansion, I feel like I'm good. I'm almost capped in prof knowledge for the profs that I need. This conversation makes me think about how much I love Concerned Ape. Yep. I'm glad there's people like that out there. And you know what's funny is well, I don't know if it's funny, but like every time somebody tries to pitch me on a game that's like purporting to be the next Stardew Valley, but like by a big company, Dreamlight Valley. Every time people are like, "Oh man, it's just like Stardew Valley, but it's Disney." I'm like, "Oh wow, great." Take the heart and soul of the thing that I loved about Stardew Valley and just completely miss the memo and make it corporate. Oh boy, I'm sure it's a fun game. I'm not hating too directly on Dreamlight Valley for what it is. I know people enjoy it. It's a cozy game. But I've never played it, and I don't think I will, because it was pitched to me like that. People were like, "Oh man, it's like Stardew Valley but polished," and I'm like, "You don't understand." Some people did not catch the subtext in Stardew. Pretty negative opinion on Disney. Disney's another thing very much like Blizzard that can kind of bank on all of the nostalgia of having indoctrinated people from a very young age. I grew up on Disney films. I loved them very, very much. I was so excited and so happy to visit Disney World and Disneyland as a kid and a teenager and a young adult. I didn't really shake that off until my mid-20s. Okay, I have three dailies here today. It's more like Animal Crossing, actually. Even Concerned Ape said so. So many good-looking cozy games coming out this year. I'm excited. He tried Dreamlight Valley and it was like Animal Crossing for him. See, that is a better way of pitching me on Dreamlight Valley. Because I love Animal Crossing. And I know Nintendo's as corporate as anything else, but yeah. I just can't stomach that kind of thing anymore. It's just a bit too... It's not that I'm not going to engage in anything from a big company or developer or business, but I don't like it when they try to pretend to be my friend. And when they try to play like the core emotion card to get my money, it feels very gross to me. Just be honest about what you offer and let people take it or leave it. Can't wait for Haunted Chocolatier. In the kindest and most understanding way possible, are we ever going to get Haunted Chocolatier, or is this kind of a Dream of Spring situation? Last I heard, it was Concerned Ape saying that they he realized that he thought he was done developing Stardew Valley, but then he couldn't put it down and walk away from it. I know they have staff now to help, but like, made me think Blizz is back with the Chris speech, but it seems like it was also bait. People, I think, are very quick to pin the success or failure or spirit of Blizzard and their memories of what it felt like when they loved it most on like a given staff member. And I've always felt that was a bit of a trap. I'm sure Chris is great. IOP does great things. I have never for a moment thought that WoW was dead without him or that he was going to save it if he came back. I feel like the issues that run through it are very much independent and out of the hands of any one person. It's more of just the state of modern gaming monetization that's doing it than anything else. How come I didn't get the kitty cat mount when I opened 6 bags just now? We'll open another 3 in this character, but what's up with that? Also, do I have any other extra chests that I got last time I did the thing? No? You coming with me? Here you go. Come on, Craig Moss. We got a quest to turn in. I'm stuck in combat. Got the cat in my second bag with my alt account that I don't care about. Sure, the chances are good. Yeah, I guess I haven't really been tracking. Oh, I got a wand. I needed that. That's kind of nice. Or at least I needed the transmog from it. I don't need to actually wear it. This character, I spent a kind of disgusting amount of gold crafting her a staff. 50-50. Either get it or you don't. Maybe it's just me getting older and getting cynical, but I feel like the modern state of the internet and the media properties that we engage with is just getting kind of depressing. There feels like the raw spark of human spirit and creativity has been kind of stripped out of, I'm sure not everything, but a lot of the things that you tend to encounter. Do you think the theme and the dialogue in the expansion felt watered down? I don't super follow the WoW story, to be honest. The characters and dialogue are completely different when I compare Legion to Dragonflight. Yeah, I couldn't really say. I do feel that Dragonflight went a little bit too emotionally intelligent with a lot of the storylines. It's not that those are bad principles, but they did this thing where a lot of the characters and storylines felt very like I don't know, like there was a very clear moral and they just really needed to learn to like it was all very therapized almost. It was like every character had done a bunch of therapy and was like really working on it. And it's not that I agree with the premise of all of those things, but it was weird in the storytelling. It was too much for sure. Yeah. I think they've toned that down. It feels better than it did before to me. Thought the Zero Lack event campaign did a good job of that. But yeah, I'm not really qualified to speak on story issues because I'm a big fat cutscene skipper. I only vaguely read things. I'm not a huge story from games kind of person. I like story from books, occasionally shows or movies. Mainly books. If I'm playing a game, I want to be playing the game. I'm busy. I'm distracted. Stop yapping and give me my gear kind of thing. Wasn't either until I played Final Fantasy. I think I really upset a fair few Final Fantasy fans when I was playing Final Fantasy because of what a cutscene skipper I am. You almost hear the quest dev sigh. Yeah. They have, they don't need me. They have lots of people that enjoy their work. I'm sure it's lovely. Hated Dragonflight, but kind of prefer Dragonflight zones. I agree a little bit. Hellafall is a lovely zone. Ajgahet and Ringing Deeps, I could really take or leave. And the Isle of Dorn is beautiful, but I feel like I'm never there. Although, navigating and flying around all of the Dragonflight zones with Vigor, I feel like there was so much verticality, and they didn't really have these, like, sparkly, free Vigor trails yet. And I feel like that kind of slowed me down a lot. Dragonflight had more to do in the zones. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I can complain about there not being enough to do out here, though, when I'm still only like 60, 75% collected here. What is my favorite expansion? I have a soft spot for Cataclysm. That was the first one that I played through from the beginning, because I started playing in Wrath, and Cata was the first time I felt like I was really starting on the ground floor, and I was so excited for it. BFA was up there as well. I really liked BFA. And then The War Within has been very good. I feel like my expansion rankings are kind of opposite day for a lot of people, though. Just because different people enjoy different things. Dragonflight was used a lot more. Maybe the events. Pandaria was nice, but I spent all of Pandaria just doing battle pets. Which isn't a problem. Pandaria introduced battle pets. I spent the whole expansion pet battling and leveling alts, and I missed out on all of the actual Pandaria content. I guess I did my farm. I did that too. Pet battles, alts, and farming. That was my mop experience. I did not raid. I did not PvP. I did not do challenge mode dungeons. I didn't really do any endgame content at all. Aside from the farm. So I just felt like I missed out because I did it wrong. Pandaria had a patch come out that I didn't even know about. Like when they did the Horde and Alliance camps on like the Krasarang Wild Beaches, whatever it was they called that patch, I found out about that like way later. I wasn't keeping up with WoW news at the time, I guess, so I didn't do things when they were current. Same thing with Isle of Thunder. Had no idea. Didn't notice it. Snuck right by me. I want me to do a delve there. Got a Sareki incursion to do back this way. Spouse has to regularly remind me, do you miss Kata? Or do you miss being young and single and spending the launch weekend with 5 friends in a weekend LAN party? Yeah. I think he's absolutely right. I think a lot of nostalgia that we have for past WoW expansions is less about the actual content of the expansion and more about who we were and what our lives were like back then. Because it's been a long time. A lot of us were younger. Okay, all of us were younger. What a stupid sentence. Some of us were younger. Some of us are vampires. Some of us are Benjamin Buttoning. But, you know, for those of us who were young in the past, we might be just missing that. It was in high school and Kata came out. The game just felt like a much bigger part of my life because I didn't have as much life outside of the game. I didn't have as much life experience to compare it to. I didn't have a lot of social experience to compare it against, so a lot of the social experience in the game was my social experience in general. Oh, I got a cloth helmet. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Chad as well. Hello. A Time Lord, and I experience time in a non-linear fashion. Now there is moose and cat. I miss how magical WoW felt when you first started and knew nothing. I didn't like knowing nothing. I hated that. That was why my second expansion was my favorite one, is because when I was brand new and I knew nothing, I just felt awful. I felt like I was in everybody's way. Everybody was sick of me. Nobody wanted to play with me. Like, I did a lot of solo stuff in my first expansion because I was a mess. And it wasn't, I didn't like that. I felt much more comfortable once I'd spent more time and I'd gotten to know the game a bit better. The general expectation, though, for being on top of stuff was lower back then. There was also less to be on top of. Like, they would put out a patch, and then that would be the content for sometimes 8 months, sometimes a year. Like, we didn't get content nearly as often back then, which gave you more time. I don't know. I feel like it was more expected that if you were gonna play through the whole thing, you would just kind of entertain yourself. Remember when they came out with the Dragon Soul patch and then left us there for like what, 13 months? It was like a year at least. It was such a long time. And it was Dragon Soul. Dragon Soul was such a recycled raid with like no new models, no new environments. Half of the boss rooms were just, here's a boss in a hole. Some of the fight mechanics were cool, and then some of them were really annoying. Dragon Soul was one of my least favorite raids that I ever did. It was not a great raid by modern standards. I remember Dragon Soul because that was the very first raid that had LFR. Was it? Or did they do LFR from up? They did, they had flex rating for a while. I think that Dragon Soul was the first LFR. Oh yeah, Dragon Soul was also before MOP, so that would check out. Yeah, it was the first one. I remember doing the first wing and just... It was also not tuned in the same way that LFR is nowadays. I feel like it was harder. They hadn't yet realized just what the average execution level in an LFR group was gonna be. And, it was a real project to get through it, I feel like. Zombie Invasion Prenax was the best event. Too many people hated it and complained, got ended early. Yeah, I think that kind of did in memorable but disruptive events for all time.
We are the
People are not willing to be inconvenienced for 6 weeks.
Stay alert.
Which, not necessarily a bad thing, but that's, I think, what we learned there.
I have many lucky doos. You like?
Alright, we got 3 bags to
May
open
your
this time.
feet find good
Da-da-da-da-da.
trails.
1, 2. Got a belt. 3. No cap. I am up a belt though. Transmog wise. Yeah, we only need a cloak for the purple set for cloth, and then we've got that done. This is all coming together. I might actually have them all collected before I get lucky and get the cat. Nathria was a party, such fun encounters. Nathria was a great raid. I'm pretty sure I loved all the bosses in Nathria. Love your transmog. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I also miss Sardathrius. He was fun.
The Cobus dare to
He
attack
had
our
stage
Veneration
presence.
realms.
He had star
Make them
power.
regret.
You can still go see him. Farm a little Remornia. I think instead of seeing him, I've just been trying to become him. I've been dressing up all my male elves with Denathria's energy. Okay. Got Remornia last month. Was so happy. It's a cool pet. I liked the dance boss. I thought that was fun. Sashay left. Prance forward. Also, it was a great fight for just healer parsing.
You'll find me wherever the
Stack
action
everybody up and just absolutely bomb heals.
Travel safe.
Okay, so I'm gonna check my warbank again and see if there's any more things. Oh, I wonder if I ought to have put... My warlock probably got a bunch of them to drop just now. Anything that we can wear that's gonna help him out.
To serve you.
So his helmet sucks. There's a cloth helm. Good. What about a neck? Did I not get a neck? I thought I did. Well. Did I get a cloak? Yeah. Cloak. What about a chest? Yes. Perfect. Bracers? For sure I got wrists. Nice. Yeah, this is gonna help his item level out a lot. Hands. Cloth gloves. He's got a belt. He's got legs. He needs feet. Rings. Voidmancer. We can do one of those. Oh, he has one of those already. He doesn't need one of those. Can't wear it. Probably unique equipped, yeah. Yeah, of course. And then trinkets. So he's using a Baleful Excerpt and Dark Summons. You can only have one Baleful Excerpt in general, but you can also take a Hallowed Tome. Or I could take a Goblin Grenade. Or just a Shattered Essence. That seems like a good idea.
Return and peruse.
Let's see. So he's starting at 601. Ho 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 ho! Those are some item level jumps. Just a casual 15 item levels up. I gotta fix his transmog.
Shop, browse.
Maybe vendor his old stuff. Take him down there. Does he have any, oh, I wonder if he's got any Valor Stones. No, he has, like, no Valor Stones. Okay. I was gonna see if I could do any cheap upgrades. Let's see. Think we get a new class between now and Last Titan? Maybe. I could see them adding, like, one.
I have an extended
Let's get a bunch of
supply
crests. You get Valor
of goods
Stones.
for
This is a great thing to do in a new alt. Is
Return
just to take them around to
and
each
peruse
of
my
the
inventory again.
faction quartermasters. And you get them a bunch of, just turn in all the quests
I
and it's
have
going to get you a bunch
calibrated
of
my prices to be reasonable.
Valor Stones. Usually there's like an item that you can learn as well. And crests. Do I have 50? No, I do not. Okay. This one can
My
do it as well.
thanks for your patronage.
When I pop my barrel there, I can pick up those ones. It'll also get you coffer keys or delve keys. So there's the Brave Rocks.
Don't ask where I got it. I find more stuff for you. Someone picky.
Someone picky. Is there any word on that mysterious chisel on Wowhead? Has anybody like written about the about whether or not they've been able to actually get it to drop? I'm a bit curious if it's
There is
bugged.
much to discover.
If needed, I will answer the call.
We are united in purpose.
How fare you?
May we all find what we seek.
Got like 6 chisels. Pretty sure I got them on my rogue leveling up. Okay. Yeah, maybe we're just
There is
getting
much
unlucky.
to be done.
Just need to keep at it. See how many of these things I can get to at least veteran 4. I think I'm gonna catalyze force up for him. I'm not getting champion gear in this guy anytime soon.
Stay vigilant.
That'll at least help me survive while I'm questing over here.
Do you have a query? Return if you wish to speak again.
Okay, so let's do 1. Oh yeah, we got 5 charges here. Maybe I'll do all 5 of them just for the Mog. Get some mage tier. Agi daggers are the bane of Mon collectors. Like the tier 2 set recolors. When you hit jackpot, you gain Aether attunement. Yes, I know those words. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this on veteran gear. I should wait and see. Ah, I don't care. It's fine. That looks awesome. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Here, we'll do legs just for the Mog. Cool. A little chilly. A little frosty.
Punches, punches, lucky goose and root.
He actually might be able to do the weekly down there. He might actually be able to get it done. Because I did do the event, but I wasn't level 80 yet, so I didn't have the thing. If I hearthed on him, that'll take me. Oh, it'll take me to Merildar. I did set it up correctly. Yeah. Guess I'm starting a new rogue. Goblin rogue. Fun, fun, fun. One for Alliance, one for Horde. Well, I'm glad that I got this character at least wearing some extra things. It cleared out some space in my warbank and got his item level up like almost 30 points. That will help. Not that I know how to play him, but that's okay. Favorite Hearthstone? Keep using it since they introduced it. Enlightened. It's a good one. Really good one. Counterattack has begun. Oh, I wonder if I'll make it in time.
Is that the best warrior they can offer? Get in there and
We've got a minute. Hang on. Turn them all in. Pick them all up.
Shifts, seek shelter.
I think there's still time for me. I don't know how to be an arcane mage. Not a clue. Oh, in danger. Go back to Arathi Highlands in 1117. Back to the Arathi Highlands. Why? We did that in Warfronts. How many more times do we have to go? Oh yeah, I have we'll do this. Arcane doing well in Mythic Plus? Yeah, I heard good things. Definitely heard some good things. I'm not very good at this. Yeah, I like the spell effects too. Mad they never did anything big with Ravenholt Manor all those years later. I think I saw enough of it in the Insane grind to last me for some time. I don't think I'm gonna make it to a...
The cowardly crawlers are retreating! Rally to me, and we will finish this fight!
I wonder why there's like nobody here. It's weekend. This will be good though. Give me a chance to get another piece of the white cloth set. Hello, fall. Yeah, because we need 3 more pieces of this still.
Your spirit, their fear guides your blade. We will stand victorious.
Maybe we'll be able to tag a bunch of stuff Just run around in Arcane Nova and not die. And fill up my my bar and get a bunch of chests. Because you can get an extra piece of the white quality armor if you get an epic chest. All I have to do is not have aggro. All classes getting healed too. Happy about that. Maybe that'll finally help me with mage. I feel like mage was the toughest one for me because warriors at least had victory rush and rogues had their little red potion. Really want to know how it feels. Yeah. Out of combat only meant to replace food. That'd be nice. You can get out of like a dungeon pull and be able to actually help yourself a little bit. Better than it must be better than eating mage food. Eating mage food's pretty terrible. Did you know that if you're a healer and you're healing a dungeon and you get mage food, it will give you back your mana more slowly than just drinking actual like cinder nectar would. The crafted water gives you mana back faster because it's not percentage based, it's amount based. Yeah, but healing yourself with ice block would be like healing yourself with dispersion. It's like you're blowing your major defensive. Oh, well, at least we've got a green box. Wish they'd had a cooking recipe for a rapid mana drink. But they did. It's cinder nectar. You can buy it on the auction house or you can make it yourself. It's decently fast. I carry around a couple stacks of it. That's what I use in my priest. The best water has been cooked for a couple expansions now, because in Dragonflight we were making dragon spit. You remember that? That was a time to be alive. I'd be like, hang on guys, I need the auction house. I gotta buy some dragon spit. And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, well, I don't make the rules. Blizzard called it that, not me. Might have been spittle, which is not better. Can't you just hand a jar to a Drakthir? I was a Drakthir for part of it. You'd think you could just fix yourself right up. Dragon slobber. I thought Shadowlands was funny with how the food was all like super gross. The pickled meat smoothies and stuff.
Stay vigilant. The enemy will return to throw themselves upon our blades once more.
Okay, I got a blue box and I got a green box. I did not get the epic box because I came crazy late. But we at least got our weekly done too. I didn't even expect to get that done.
But stay on your guard.
Didn't end until like 20 minutes after the hour. Holy smokes. Loma service, extra 300
You are
thingies.
right to be afraid.
We have the shirts.
Don't give in to fear. Reclaim your power.
Weapons and stuff. What's his weapon like? Oh, he's fine. He's got a veteran weapon.
The shadows don't stand a chance against my blades.
Okay, he's got 3 dailies to do. Cinder Nectar matches Stone Soup. Enjoy Hunter heals more than Mage heals. Yeah, Exhilaration feels like it comes up quite often. I rely on it a lot, but I do like it. Is this what I'm doing? No, that's a world quest. Okay. Is it worth doing? Nah. Been using Innkeeper water this whole expansion. When a better option exists, I'll be mad at myself. Is it the same as the Innkeeper one? Is Stone Soup on the vendor? Because I know Cinder Nectar is pretty affordable in the auction house, or at least it usually is. Same man return. Okay, there you go. Every spec should have something close to a flash heal and an interrupt. I'm on the fence about the interrupt thing. because I often play a spec without an interrupt, and sometimes I like that because I like it being not my problem. I couldn't help you if I wanted to. I'm busy. You guys either take care of it or don't. It's out of my hands. Sometimes I like that little bit of pre-surrender. It's not surrender to madness. It's surrender to the chance that your other teammates may or may not kick that thing. But then some days I just want the kick. Some days you're just staring right at it and being like, I could just do it. Give me the button. I'll do it. I mean, there is a lot of, I think mobs are dying. I don't know if I'm doing a very good job here, but we're getting somewhere. Curious if they'll try and have one button tanking and healing. Tanking would be at least a little bit trickier. Tanking and healing will both have the issue of target selection. I guess DPSing does too, but, yeah, I don't know how you do it for healing. Like, you can light up the heal that's going to be big next, but maybe that's not the one that you want to use at that second. I feel like I learned how to heal with just feelings. No theory, only feelings. I want the option, but not the responsibility. Mm-hmm. Alright, that one's done. Although if that rare over there is real, I should try and fight it. Sreki Siege Lord. Okay, I pressed all my defensives and I think that's why I lived. I just figured that would maybe... Oh. No! I thought he was gonna give me an armor piece like the other elite did. Maybe I wasn't fighting the right one. It looks like it's still up even though I killed... Oh, it's the Whisper Betalsworn, not the big guy that I killed. Well, he's still up. Oh, it was so close. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not giving up. I am fighting that guy. I'm convinced he's gonna give me something good. Hello, Pre-Made. How you doing? Happy Sunday. I'm trying my best on my Arcane Mage and it's only going okay. Did I take his Glim Shield? I meant to take his Glim Shield. Nordrasil, thank you very much for the 10-month resub. Appreciate it. Oh, why does he hurt so bad? I was almost there. I was so close. I will not let you defeat me. I'm glad I spawned right here. He's gonna give me something. Oh my gosh, I have a res timer. Oh, Card Bros, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. Top and Nordrasil's 10 months. Thanks, guys. Okay, we got this. We're gonna do it. It doesn't help that I don't know how this spec works, but we're just, so hang on. Arcane Surge, kick that. Touch of the Magi, procs. Root you. Procs. Take your Gloom Shield. Okay, whew. Nightfall defeat rares. He didn't even give me anything. I thought he was gonna give me a piece of loot. Oh, man. Nice to see you doing the Mage Tower again, for real. This is hard. I am not My true mage tower is just being a mage anywhere. I am so
Sacred
squishy on
flame
this thing.
guide your way, friend.
I feel like my character and I are like in sort of the hating each other stage of like the rom-com movie where he can't believe he's stuck with me. There's all kinds of great players that make good decisions that could have rolled this character, but no, he has to be stuck with me. And all of the panic that that entails. Did I do Mage Turn and Mage? I don't think so. I don't think I did. I think I managed to get my book without having to touch Mage. What did I do? I did Survival Hunter, Enhancement Shaman, Resto Druid, Guardian Druid, Shadow Priest, BM Hunter. Oh, I did do Fire Mage. You're right. You're right. I totally did do Fire Mage. I also did a Warlock of some kind. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did Fire Mage because I remember I was like jumping up and down being like, conflagrate, conflagrate. I was like narrating my own rotation to myself. That's right. Why would you do a Shadow Priest? I didn't. Not only was it Shadow Priest, it was Shadow Priest first, which actually kind of worked out in my favor because by the time I had suffered through that challenge and overcome it, the rest of them seemed a lot easier by comparison. I forgot that I had done Fire Mage. Because it was Imp Mother, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I didn't do a Warlock. Maybe I thought I was going to do a Warlock and I didn't. Don't remember if I did Lock or not. I don't think I did any Warriors. Or Death Knights or anything. A lot of melee classes I skipped. The only melee classes I think I did were Survival Hunter and Enhancement Shaman. And I had Flabby coach me through Enhancement Shaman. I was streaming on Discord and he was talking me through every single step of that fight. Fire harder to me than Arcane. I learned Fire in Shadowlands because it was doing really big damage and I wanted a Flavor of the Month roll for once in my life. And plus, every time I saw a Fire Mage in their combustion just jumping up and down, they looked like they were having so much fun. Like the actual character was just like bling, 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 haha, fire! And it just looked fun. You know, I wanted to burn stuff too. Farm Mage main here can confirm it is fun. I think Current Fire does a very similar thing. They still have to jump up and down in combustion, or they don't have to, but it's to prevent yourself from hard casting when you need to be casting your procs. Yeah, I think I don't think it's changed that much. I played a Mechanome Fire Mage in Shadowlands for a hot second. Those are worth 1%. What a terrible, terrible thing to do. I think that if you can survive these elites, those are really good. But my cooldowns are down. I'll try it anyway. Yeah, elites for sure. And then there'll be one more Sureki invasion, and maybe I'll get the kitty cat this time.
Sacred flame guide your way.
We've been getting
friend.
lots of rep. Almost up to rep 5. It says that I get the buff improved and then I get the title. I think I'm more excited about 6. Radiant Lynx was, oh, that's the male toy. And then the pet. I may just buy another warband tab rather than organize my bank. Oh man, the classic get a storage unit rather than find out what's in your closets. I was trying to learn it because it was meta earlier this expansion. I was like, nah, my non-meta arcane damage would still be better than my fire damage. I take a huge hit whenever I try to switch specs on a character. I feel like I will learn one spec at a time, and a new spec may as well be a new class to me. Now this seems to hurt. Okay. Never underestimate Arcane Search. Use that more often. It's a good idea. 5th tab is so expensive. I some point may need to spring for my 3rd tab, which I think is only 100k. Like I could do it. It's just what if I, what if I didn't? Don't have to. Okay, 1% per objective is kind of rough. We need to find an elite or something here. There we go. Why do I always do this to myself right when I don't have Arcane Search up? I finally use it. I'm like, oh yeah, look at me. I'm using my cooldowns. It'll be back in no time. And then I immediately find something that I wish I'd used my cooldown on. That's okay. Yeah, elites are for sure the way to do that if you can find any. I lost it, but don't mind that. Because I feel like you can also pull tons of mobs, but then you have to not die. This is how I felt trying to learn Frost when it was meta instead of Fire. 82. Any big friends? Yeah, there's a big friend. Oh, my mirror images came with me. I didn't know they could do that. I kind of thought they were stuck. I thought that they would just stay where they were born. It's nice. Okay, I now feel much better about doing these dailies with the new tech of forget clicking things, just find an elite. It's a million times faster. You can fight them, I promise. Lovely. All right, time to open up some bags. Drum roll. Ooh, I got a cloak. I completed one of the sets. I completed the purple cloth set. That is one of 8 sets completely done because we got 4 armor types and we got 2 sets each. I don't need to wear that, but I did get a neck that I do need to wear, so we'll pop that on. Nice. Easy. No luck yet with, no dice yet with the cat, but we've got more chances. Start a GoFundMe to buy your 5th bank tab. I've got hunters we can run. I'll probably need to raid Warbank on them. Actually, hang on. Speaking of Warbank, let's pop some of those things in. Speaking of room. Because I bet I can use that cloak in one of my alts. What is... I need to move... Hey, these animospheres gotta go. I'm gonna stick those in this tab. Because I'm not... This is just for general Warbound stuff. Where did they go? Did I put them back in here? I didn't want to put them in there. I wanted to put them in here. I think I have to drag them in there if I want to do that. It overwrites my own rules. Because those are... I'm just holding on to those for like the sake of collecting Mog. I just don't remember which character needs to use them or turn them in or whatever. Because Shadowlands Mog is really complicated. I'm not going to press the cleanup button. Yeah, some of this I think can just go. I've got Dreambound weapons in here. Maybe if I use it, it has a chance to be that Spellblade. It was not the Spellblade. All right. Yeah. I think I have too much veteran gear of current expansion to be messing around holding on to adventure gear. Oh, I should DE it all. But I could just vendor it. You get like 31 gold per.
I have many, many wares.
Just get rid of all this. I don't even know if I need it. It's fine. This guy's got 36k gold.
Well, friend of
Manifesting
mine.
our daggers. I believe. I did get the hedgehog mount. Is there more than one? I got the only one that I saw. I think it's time for a panda rogue. Should I invite my earth into my guild? Has he really earned it? There's 4. What? Where are the other hedgehogs? Oh, recolors we can't get in game yet. Gotcha. Okay. I bought the Bakar mount too. I like that one. Hang on a second. 4. The summer color's good. I wonder if they have different like accessories and whatnot on them. Are they in the mount journal? Or are they just data mined? Man, I'm missing a lot of mounts these days. I've fallen off.
Greetings, outsider.
Okay, so we're gonna have
For the
all 6 of
beware
these
the shadows. When the
that my hunter
starships
can do.
seek shelter.
This is the hunter that actually has gear, so she should be half decent at this. Saw them on Warcraft mounts. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if they'll release any of them for anything outside of Trading Post. Alright, I want to see how fast I can do this with, if I just, like, specifically seek out elites and blow cooldowns on them. No more messing around with 1% objective clicking. We don't have time for that. We're doing this on too many characters. We can do big AoE pulls if we can live them. And if we can gather them up. Or we can do... I think I can live them on this character. This is a BM under. Or we can do elites, but no messing around just clicking on stuff. Life's too short. Oh, I need Plater. Feels like a future Noble Garden reward. Do you think they would do a Fire Festival one? Okay. Let's see. So does that purple mean that that's where the rare spawns? Because I'm pretty sure that's where the rare spawned that like murdered me 3 times in a row. Get new Fire Festival Mog, not sure what else. Okay. Where are the elites? Show me elites. Show me big mobs. Always dead. Oh, there's one. Okay, so I'm at 44%. We're going in on this. I'm actually gonna lust. I don't care. That's 72, yeah. So you get almost 30%. Wow, it has an article on how to summon the rares. They come from clicking scrolls on the ground. Oh. Oh, I saw one of those. Are they fixed locations, the scrolls? Or are they random around the area, or do you just, Because I think those are probably assuming that you can live them. Worth as well. Just for the chunk of it completion they get you. Maybe I'll have to look at the Wowhead article. Okay, so that's one. That's nice. Listed chord, so I assumed fixed. Gotcha, okay. So if I just learn where they are, because if I'm going to be doing these dailies, I'm probably going to end up doing them a lot. I feel like this will not be the first or last time we're out here. I'm gonna stack up 6 of these to open. I wonder if each daily area has one. Alright, looking for elites. Looking for rares. Keeping the eyes open. Wow. What is it, kitty? No, no, no. I know better. I'm such a sucker for just clicking on a glowing thing. I have this idea that it's easier than fighting mobs, even if it's wildly slower. I'll just autopilot do it. That's not what we're here for. There's 3 dailies a day. The reason I have 6 on some of these characters is because they picked up a set of dailies that were for the other zone. Because they can be in Ajka Head or they can be in Hallowfall. But then I didn't do them. If you did that, then you'll have 6. But if you pick them up and didn't do them, and then the current day is for the same zone, then you'll only have 3. Or if you just show up for one day, then there'll just be 3. I just had some stocked up because I picked up a lot of quests that I didn't get around to. This one I feel like I get stuck on a fair bit. We're at 39%. I want to really nail down how to do these faster because we're going to be doing a lot of them, so there's really no sense in taking a million years per. That was at least a lot of mobs. Nothing a little beast cleave can't handle. But this you could do pretty much all day, every day if you had enough characters for. And it would be great for clearing out all the purple sets, and it would be great for doing the rep. I think I'm gonna need to get a leather character to work on the white quality leather set though if I want all of them. Maybe I should just think about which character would look best in it, you know? Like if the character's being leveled just to farm that one armor set, maybe it should be somebody that would look good wearing it. Rogue, monk, demon hunter, or druid. Not a druid, because you don't see Mog on druids. Maybe a rogue. Maybe a monk. I don't see Mog on demon hunters either, because I tend to dress them up in nothing. Okay, that was at least a little bit faster. I think the struggle dailies would be doing these on the last 2 characters that I have, because they just don't have as much gear. Well, there's Renown 5. Sentry title. Problem with rogue is that you have to play rogue. It does feel very rogue. Bright white Mog could be odd. The white light glowing daggers are really cool on rogue. Yeah. I mean, this could finally be the time for me to figure out what on earth subtlety rogues are up to. Got Renown 1 yesterday. Nice, congratulations. Yeah, it seems to be coming along faster now. I guess I'm almost halfway done, right? Because there's only 10 in total. Alright, so I'm up here. I'm looking for elites. These guys. These are really good. They're not even terribly difficult to fight. And they give a quarter of a bar. That's how much you get. 1/4. I think this area is big enough to have a couple of them too. That's what I was thinking for my new panda rogue. I always go assassination because it's most familiar. Assassination just makes sense too because it seems like such a classic builder spender set. Like you build your points, and here you want to spend them on a bleed, you want to spend them on slice and dice, you want to spend them on a stun, you want to spend them on straight damage. Like it seems so clear cut, and maybe that's kind of like a dated idea of what the spec is doing. I guess subtlety is just about stealthing and re-stealthing and whatnot. Are you a massive tea maven? I feel like we haven't had a tea story in a while. I've kind of cooled off on tea a little bit. I've been enjoying herbal tea, but especially now that it's getting warmer, the weather's getting warmer, I haven't been relying on it as much to provide my lizard-like body heat. I did watch, I watched a lady on TV drink tea out of a little teacup though, and it made me want to drink tea out of a little teacup. But yeah, I've also, I used to, I don't know, shop for tea semi-regularly, and I'm currently, I don't think I've bought tea in over a year. I've been just trying to save my money, drink what I have. Iced tea at home, iced coffee, water. Not even with ice. Cold drinks, if I'm gonna have a cold drink, like a smoothie, I have to have a hot water bottle with me, otherwise my core temperature falls and I can't heat back up. But yeah, I just drink water at home, generally speaking. I get my cup of coffee in the morning, I just drink water the rest of the time. I've got a Brita filter, so it's cheap. It's works for me. I've been really trying to save as much money as I can. That is like, because you'd think that just being like wrapped up in warm clothes and a blanket would keep you warm, but I've discovered that if the cold is coming from within, then there's no hope. And the water bottle is needed to combat this situation. I thought that getting fitter and exercising more often and getting really into yoga would help that, and it really doesn't.
If the shadows find you,
I think that's just what I'm like. There we go. Bag number 3. Got 3 more to go. You're by chance related to Mark Zuckerberg. I think if I was, I wouldn't be stressing so much about buying a house. It's okay. I don't need a big house. Would have 10 houses. I most certainly would not. I would have one very cute one. It would be a hobbit hole in the countryside with goats and chickens. Garden the size of a football field. I found my dream home, and it's only $2.5 million. Like, it's not even $10 million, right? Like,
Afraid.
that's the dream. Yeah. Some dreams are best left as dreams. So cheap, right? What a steal. Just yeah, and Canadian dollars, right? So like, does it even count? Is it really even that much money? Property taxes were like $10,000 a year. What a steal. Meow. All right. We're gonna pull a bunch of stuff and really hope that we don't die. I say that as I realize there's not that much to pull here. Basically live like Bilbo. My big takeaway from The Hobbit was looking at how comfy Bilbo was, being like, why would you leave? You're gonna go away from your comfy chair and your warm fire, and you're gonna go like be wet in a cave? For what? I think I missed the point of The Hobbit. I very much undervalue adventure compared to coziness. Favorite class to do delves with so far? Ooh. Maybe Red Paladin. Maybe Red Paladin delves. He says that at first. He's like, why would I leave? Yeah, but then Gandalf changes his mind, and I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how having a bunch of people crash your house and make a mess and eat all of your food is going to make you want to go with them. I'm oversimplifying it. I do love that book. I felt so bad for him when they were just like making... I mean, they did do the dishes. They did clean up. Decimated is larger, though. We got any appreciable amount of mobs to fight here? Spoilers. Wouldn't want to be on an adventure, but having been on an adventure is great. Just get some nice stories to tell people for the rest of your years from your comfy chair. Bilbo got a sense of adventure from his took side. I don't have a took side. I would be a Baggins through and through. I've never been to Banff. I haven't traveled much in my life. Related. Went there for a hiking trip. It was beautiful. I bet it was. I bet it was. Gandalf was the extrovert friend who got him to leave. I am Western Canada. I'm Vancouver Island. British Columbia, baby. I think that's why I don't want to leave. It's nice here. It's beautiful. Moving to Vancouver, Washington? Nice! Retire this year. Lovely, lovely. Remember playing Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit at a gamer convention. People kept getting easy questions like, what is Gandalf's name? And then we got a question about one of Bilbo's distant relatives. There was a lot of hobbits floating around. There was a lot of hobbit names going on. That's funny. I don't think I would do very well at game trivia. I'm trying to think of what game I would actually know the trivia from. Maybe Stardew Valley. Yeah, it can't have been Sackville Baggins'. That would have been too easy. It would have been like some of his ancestry. Love Stardew's so fun. What is Gandalf's name? I know, I was like, Greybeard? Mithrandir? Who's asking? Have a wonderful stream. Lurk it up for you. Thank you. I am finished fairly soon. I'm getting to the end of my time slot here. Wouldn't mind going to Newfoundland and Labrador just to see the dogs. I hear they roam like cattle. Mm-hmm. Hi, kitty. I've never done Eastern Canada. I did Toronto once, but I didn't do very much at Toronto. I did kind of the basic touristy thing. Lickbow, get drunk, tattoo, CN Tower, done. Was it the CN Tower? Is that the one in Toronto? Big skyline looking thing. Went to the top of that, went, wow, that's tall. Oh. It was basically like a 2-day trip. It wasn't very long. Alright, this way. I don't know. I think instead of going one place that's very far one time, I'd rather go to like a nearby place 100 times. My favorite thing is to like get to know the local ducks at the nearby park, you know? I wanna figure out where the fat squirrels live. I wanna know where the best patch of like wild tulips are. I wanna be worried that the mating pair of geese hasn't returned yet this year, you know? Like, I like seeing one place like 1,000 times and really getting to know like the beating heart and soul of it. Hi, kitty, you're so sweet. You see kitty cat. Hi. She was sleeping by my feet last night, and I was bumping her a little bit because I was moving my feet around, and she had had enough. You said, meow. She was not feeling very good. Sorry, sweetie. Scared of the fat squirrels in case food prices keep going up. That's why I need a garden with good sun exposure, is just in case, you know? Just in case my my gardening plans go from being like a fun hobby to like important. Plus, I've been cultivating compost worms without enough of a purpose. She's so pretty. Baby girl. Oh, I am supposed to be looking for elites. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Because I want to finish these 2 quests and then get my chests open. So I'm going to be maybe a minute or 2 over. Would love to get this done faster. Hello? Any elites? Because the clicking on a couple of things here and there is not working out. That's got to be the... Well, no, it's not. Any fun plans Sunday after stream? What I really should do is make a list of all the things that I need to do. And then figure out like 1 or 2 things to chip away at. I need to clean, actually. My floor is kind of gross. I need to vacuum. I have a thing I need to ask maintenance for help on before I go away, because I've been dealing with it, but I'm going to have my mom house sit, and I should probably see if I can get them to fix it before I go away. No elites in that area. Oh, bummer. I don't believe there's any contracts for Flames Radiance. I could be wrong. Okay, that one's done. Recommend a robot vacuum? But I have a vacuum. I feel like a robot vacuum would just terrorize my cat. She hates the vacuum. I also have a really bad habit of running cables across the floor. Gonna go. Have a good day. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Greetings, outsider.
Cordless dick vacuum. Love it. I had one of those, and I liked it a lot, but it died kind of early in its lifespan, and I'm suspicious that... I'm suspicious of the format now. So now I have a corded canister vacuum that I like quite a bit. It does well. However, I've only had it for a year or 2 now. So I need it to last like at least like 8 years before I decide that it was worth the money. But my dog sheds in such quantities that... Hello? One sec. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would get full very quickly. Love a cordless one. Keep being told they're worse vacuums. Hi, Moose. Are you coming to see why I'm still streaming? Are you coming to check on me? Hi, Pup. Hi, you're so cute. How you feeling? You sleepy? You can hang out in here for a little bit if you want. He did the biggest sigh. I've been brushing him outside every chance I get right now, and every time I take like a ton of fur off of him, and I'm like, am I eventually just gonna overdo it and have a bald dog? Like, I've got an undercoat brush that just comes right off of him. And I assume that the more that I groom off of him outside, the less, the less hair he's gonna shed indoors, but it never ends. Oh, Descender Glaive fur. There we go. Shedding season, long hair cat, shedding like crazy. Oh, I didn't know there was achievements for these. Kinda cool. Got a belt. Needed that. Descenter's Whisperers. What if the more you take off, the faster it grows back? Yeah. Could be. Could be. Doesn't he look sad? Look at my little boo-boo. Look at my moosey bear. My Moosey Bear Muffin. I'm gonna get up in like 5 minutes, buddy. He's just waiting me out. He's like, you were supposed to come see me and you didn't. After stream, I usually go over and I find him and I give him a big hug. And I'm late. I'm not even that late. It's only 12:03. I'm just gonna finish this daily, open my boxes, and then I'll wrap up for the day. I'm so cheap right now that I had a thought because we were talking about vacuums and I'm like, man, if my vacuum broke, I think I would just use my broom for a while. Oh man, I am on one. Broom's great. Love broom. Love sweeping because it's cleans the floor and it's quieter than the vacuum and it doesn't stress the cat out as much, but not great for pet hair, I found, because at least with moose hair, moose's hair like floats so much that when you try to sweep it up, you just make a moose hair cloud. You'll try to sweep it up and it'll just fly. Vacuum is much better for actually corralling it. Okay, so he needs to go back, or she needs to go back to 1, 2, 3, 4. Another one to turn in here.
We will triumph.
5. Did I do all 6? I think I did. Might be one more to turn in somewhere. Unless I opened one by accident, but I don't think I did. However, I don't see any more quests that I'm on, so cannot possibly have any more. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. All right, we got 6. Ready? Drum roll. Chest piece. Legs. Shotgun. Bracers. Bracers again. And boots again. Alright, well, no cat mount. Despite my finest efforts, I am 1 piece away from finishing the hunter set as well, the male set for Nightfall. The purple stuff. We need lots more of the white stuff, but the purple stuff's almost finished. Having a bunch of hunters does help. Actually, I have 2 more, but I'm not gonna worry about it for right now. I think this ought to do it. I would like to thank you guys very much for joining me. I will be back on Wednesday. I'm going to stream Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, although a short stream on Friday, and then I'm going to be gone for like a week. So we'll have lots of fun. I appreciate the company, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.